not. Look at us. Look at us. The sun is still coming through my window.
Mine too. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Gunshots in the air.
Wow. I literally said this is going to be a quick episode because I don't got it. I don't. But look at how we started. Look at how we started.
Summers in Brooklyn episode.
I've just heard so many people talking about Brooklyn. I've read so much about Brooklyn this past weekend. And as somebody from Brooklyn, what the fuck are y'all talking about? What's going on? Why is it like every other week there is such discourse? And can we just have vibes? Can we? Can we just have vibes? Let's just dance. Let's dance. Let's dance. Man, it's summer. The tan is tanning. I already had one beach day. I'm about to have another one before the month is up. That's more than last year.
I mean, there's a reason for that.
But like, but the tan is already tanning, man.
The tan is tanning. No, I've just see my FYP is all Dungeons and Dragons and DMing shit. Like that's all my FYP. I have crafted my FYP brick by brick. My lunch break was setting up a new one shot for this afternoon or for Wednesday afternoon. So there's no sunshine. There's just Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah. I'm like, wait, I'm not trying to get sued. You pick to pick up. Sorry. Like, you're fine.
I don't know why you do that. Like, you are good at the facts. But put me on that, can you name this tune in 3 seconds? We taking home money, baby. Baby!
The tizzy is tizzying.
It is. How are you doing? How is your summer?
You know what? I was just called diabolical like less than 30 minutes ago. So I'm just like riding that wave right now.
Are you not?
You know, iPhone is finally able to schedule messages. And as a former Droid user, welcome to the club.
That's not even what I was thinking about. I saw that the Black Girl Charmed podcast reposted locking down apps. At first, when it came across my FYP, I first thought of you. Then I saw that it was reposted. I was like, oh, she thought of herself too. Okay.
Yeah. What's funny is, so I was having this conversation with Jose, and I was like, wow, because, you know, back in the day, when I was a menace to these streets, when I was a fuckboy, I should be scheduling my good morning messages.
I remember.
And y'all men, you used to eat that up. Oh my God. You thinking about me? No, I'm sleeping. No, I'm with the next
Until you wouldn't pay for his parking ticket. Oh shit, I can't make that joke no more.
I'm keeping that in because that will never, ever not be funny.
I'm sorry. Wait, are you going to spend the night too?
No, that's somebody else.
Okay, so I can still make that joke. Okay, I just went to be sure.
I was a menace in these streets.
You were a menace in these streets. You got locked down.
I know. And I was like, you know what? His feelings got hurt for 2 seconds. And I was like, no, you actually had me on the phone, bro. Like, I wasn't allowed to send you text messages because, oh my God, you had to.
Because he would just pop up at the house.
You're right.
And just spend the night.
You're right.
How was your this week?
We are in season 4 of Angel finally, because my God, it's season 3. Woo! Oh Lord. Like, I'm tired. I'm weary.
I would be tired too. Angel's a lot. For somebody who watched it live, I think I was in my dorm room when the finale happened.
I
So for
watched
somebody
it
who watched
live
it live, it was
too,
a lot.
but I had just finished Buffy, so I was like, it's only right that I do
It's
Angel.
only right.
Yeah,
It's only right.
but like a Josh Whedon production, Lord of mercy, there's always some episode where some man feels entitled to some woman, despite her being like, "Nah, I'm good, my G.
Yeah, yeah.
You going back to him? To him? All right, simmer down, simmer the fuck down. Get out my face." Oh, Lord,
What
Lord.
else? What else? Is it just that's all you've been doing?
Yeah, but like, also, I'm gonna fuck that librarian part two because Wesley,
Oh, I was like, what? What?
Wesley, towards the end of season three is where you start to see him being like, I will fuck all y'all up in this bitch. Y'all don't even know. Y'all don't even
Yeah.
know. Season four, we fully there, baby.
He
And
was Jaws on crack. Like, I will fuck you up.
because
I will
like
fuck you up.
Giles was cool on top of being a watcher. Like he was getting like Giles had girlfriend after girlfriend after girlfriend.
He did. He
Giles
did.
had a black girlfriend. Yeah,
I don't remember that.
he did. He
I
did.
don't remember that. Huh. I do have beef with you. Not
Why?
on. So I started watching Will Trent, and I am at season 2, episode. I'm midway through season 2, episode 5.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like where this is going. Why they trying to do my Amanda like that? This is the episode where she had her ass whooped by a serial rapist, and I'm
Yeah.
assuming, spoiler alert, but I am assuming that they're going to say she planted evidence. And that frustrates me because I know where it's going. Like, there has to be some sort of rift between Will and Amanda. But do we have to do it this way?
I will not spoil
I
anything
know
for you.
ACAB. I know ACAB. But
Yeah. I mean, if we being honest, charm ones are like cops.
we've talked about this before. We've talked about this
but
before.
but I'm not going to spoil it for you or put it out
Okay.
there because this we're gonna put a pin in this and we're gonna circle back.
When I finish watching the episode?
Yeah, when you finish watching the season.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
mhm.
What else have you done?
That's literally it. It's just been like Angel and Top Shelf, Kansas. No, Wisconsin.
Yeah, so I'm behind in Top Shelf with Wisconsin, but I am watching it. It's my comfort I can't fall asleep show.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
So I don't know if I don't know if I like the Padma replacement. And did the Padma replacement also have to be of some sort of Asian descent? I just feel like, was that necessary?
You know, we got quotas to fill.
I guess. I did finish.
DEI over here. You know, matter of fact, because Bravo is not being allegedly, because Summer House, Martha's Vineyard, you
I
know,
heard. I heard.
yeah, you know. So
I heard
allegedly, y'all not being the allegations, but you know.
the allegations.
Ooh,
I
I'm
did finish the
lying.
book. So
You
not
know,
only did I finish the book,
I'm back into Real Housewives of New Jersey, and
I
Lord.
heard this season is mediocre. Yeah, I heard this season is mediocre. I'm sorry, bookcakes.
Okay, so it's really funny because, and I'm going to like stitch this or whatever. I'll find a way to make it happen. But there's a video that went viral of ours where homegirl's like, "Did you get that confidence in jail? Did you get that confidence in jail, Teresa?" Now, her and Teresa, they friends. And everybody's just like, now how the fuck did this happen? What's going on? And because the group is so fractured, it's just like I'm gonna call it out right here and there, which is kind of entertaining because I hate you, you hate me. We gonna call a spade a spade.
Me. So I did finish the book that I was telling you guys about last week, and then I actually read The Neighbor Favor over the weekend. It was really nice. So I did not actually do a session in my campaign this weekend. So I had the entire, I wouldn't say to myself because I do have the toddler, but I had the entire weekend. And there was a moment where I looked around, the toddler was asleep. The husband was doing what he do outside. The older one, it was quiet. And I just, if I should have opened up a glass of champagne and just drank it while I read my book. But I finished my book. I finished 2 books this week, and I'm very proud of myself.
Ooh.
I'm very proud of myself. So they will be posted this week. I do plan to upload them onto the new Instagram. I'm excited for that. Other than that, I think that's it. I don't think I really did too much. We talked about Dungeons and Dragons. So yeah,
I mean, the
that's
only other
it.
thing that I've been doing is these Fabletics workouts. Yo,
I didn't
while
even
y'all
know
make,
Fabletics had workouts.
they have a workout app, and
Oh,
they have like hit work. They have like a whole category of different workouts you can do. Obviously, since
okay.
I do hit, I'm always gonna go. I'm gonna navigate towards hit. Sorry, gravitate towards hit. But it's like there's boxing classes in there. There's like dancing hit
Ooh,
classes, and they're really good. They're like this exercise requires a band, or this exercise requires we're just working with body weights, or light dumbbells, or medium dumbbells. They're really fun. They kick my
okay.
ass.
See,
Like
I don't like the sweat.
yeah, you gonna sweat. They had me doing burpees and inchworms and oh my god.
I did see your body on the gram, and I was like, okay, all right. Thirst trap for the summer. All right, Denny, cool for the summer.
I'm trying, you know. And thanks
I
to
was like, look at them
athletics.
thighs. Ow.
Yo,
Sponsor
leg
us.
day. Leg day I did burpees into mountain climbers and um my abs, thank you. Like y'all gonna see these abs from every stage. From, you know, like, oh my god, is that an ab? To, oh, you got abs. Mark my words. I'll put it out here, so
I
now I have to do
am
it.
fully in this. Does that bring me joy? And it does not. I did buy it's still in the box, but I do plan this week to open it up and start doing 15 minutes on the stepper. So I'm baby steps. Other than that, no, because that doesn't sound like it would bring me joy. Nope.
It brings me
I'm a
joy.
fluffy
I don't know
girl.
why. I'm like, I
I'm a
like
fluffy
being.
girl.
It's part of my charm. 'Cause I look fluffy, but I'm not.
I'm gonna just stab you. I don't need to look out for that.
Like I like being
Just
unassuming. I like doing it because, I'm strong like bull, and you'll never know until you need to know.
I just feel like you have a look in your eye, like this twinkle in your eye that says, I
Don't
like
fuck with me.
violence. Right. So maybe that's why you keep the glasses on. I don't know.
Yeah, and I got a new pair too. I'm so excited. Um, but also, I watched Goldeneye, and I was just like, Zanya on the top, the woman that you are.
Zanya on a top. Cool.
Zanya, I cannot breathe. It's Famke Jensen's character.
Yep. I have not watched Golden. You be saying things like, I just sit here and a movie from 1995, I'm going to be able to remember. I'm looking. Pamke's so pretty.
But yeah, she was like the female villain, and she was killing men with her legs, and I was just
You should
like,
have just said Jean Grey.
that too. Or Annalise Keating's lesbian lover, Faith. I think her name was Faith.
Oh, Sean Bean was in Golden Eye. You know, I used to love that man.
Mhm.
I used to love that man.
For England, James? No, for me. Look, man, GoldenEye had an
No,
impression on me.
clearly.
Some people say it was the Mummy. I say it was GoldenEye and then the Mummy.
I think it was the Mummy for me. I'm sure there was something else before the Mummy, but the Mummy was when I was like, let's watch that again.
Honestly, I'm like, I don't know what it was, but there was just something about watching a woman just strangle a man with her legs. I was just like, I want to
You
just
know
open
what?
a
So it wasn't
umbrella.
that movie for me. I think it was an Arnold Schwarzenegger movie,
True Lies.
True Lies.
That was another one too.
And she was hot. I remember thinking growing up, gosh, she was hot. What was her name? Because you don't
Jamie
see
Lee
Tia
Curtis.
Carrera.
Oh,
No.
oh, I was talking about the scene, like the
No.
shifting
Tia
scene.
Carrera tried to fuck Jamie Lee Curtis up.
She did.
She was
Oh,
hot.
she was just in a Joe Coy movie. That's the only thing that comes to mind.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well then.
Sorry.
So let's get into this beautiful, beautiful bean footage.
Okay. Well, we are on
Okay.
season 4, episode 2, Charmed Again, part
Oh my
2.
god.
The original air date is October 4th, 2001. Brad penned this episode as
Jesus Christ.
well. Mel Damsky directed this episode. His full credits are in season 1, episode 10. Wicca Envy. It's the episode with the stolen tiara. The guest stars this week.
Ooh.
Patty's back, so is Inspector Cortez, so is the Source and his Oracle, and last but not least, Shane, Wendy Phillips as Sister Agnes, 90 credits including Midnight Run and Shameless. I didn't really include that family because that could have been anybody. The trivia this week: Piper has a new car. She now drives a blue Jeep Grand Cherokee. In seasons 1 through 3, she drove a green Jeep Cherokee Classic. Um,
Yep.
in this episode, the Source channels his power of telekinesis through his eyes. The only other person to do this was Prue. And, I don't really like that subtle nod to her. I'm saying the trivia out loud. There was. This is such a New York City thing to do. I was about to do no music, but there was no music in this episode.
There wasn't. Like, now that you've said it there, which I think it was cool. It was cool. I think it fit for the episode.
We got all the emotion in part 1. Now we just here for the action.
We did get emotion from Phoebe. And I know we kind of dragged her last week for the lack of
That's what you
emotion.
call emotion.
So there was that
If
scene.
that's what you call emotion, I didn't see it, but maybe you did. But yeah.
So okay, so you've already answered my question. How did the scene with the dress and how did you feel about that? But clearly you were not here for it.
I was not moved. Piper, Holly
You
did
weren't
much of
moved.
the heavy lifting in that scene, per usual. I'll just wait until a couple
I
episodes
did.
later for an emotional arc from Phoebe.
Right. I did have beef with the opening of the episode where so obviously Shax has been defeated and the Source is mad at the Oracle. You are the Source, bro. It almost made me feel.
Wait,
And
we
clearly
get
the
into the
Source would
episode.
be
I
in a.
haven't even done the synopsis or anything. The IMDb
You were just
synopsis
going so
is,
wow.
I know, the Power 3 has been destroyed. Prue is dead. But while Piper and Phoebe mourn, Cole is confronted by 2 demonic bounty hunters. A young girl finds herself drawn to the Halliwells. I asked you for the DVD. You ain't give it to me. So it's up to you this time for the
I did
DVD.
give it to you. I actually
When?
have it right here. I could have sworn I sent it. So on the DVD,
Mm-hmm.
Charmed Again is one full episode. So it does not have another synopsis or another blurb for episode 2.
Interesting. Okay. So our
Yep.
synopsis is: the Oracle warns that Paige is not fully bonded with her sisters, giving him a chance to break the power of 3. This is like his 14th chance, I guess. The Source possesses Shade to seduce Paige into turning evil. Meanwhile, the sisters try to protect Paige and face challenges, including involving the Source, Cole, and Inspector Cortez. Ultimately, they come together and cast a summoning spell, allowing Paige to, to see her mom again. They save Cole for the umpteenth time. Because
We're
if you're not gonna be about
going to
it,
get there.
right? Anyway, the
We're going to
Cortez
get there.
somehow, I seen evil a lot in my day. All right, since we go jumping into the episode, we can just jump into Inspector Cortez and get his ass out the way.
Okay.
When you first happened upon these women, they were talking to their mama and their grandmama about their sister. The next time you happen upon these women, you see the devil, and you like, I knew it. I knew it. Nothing in your cop body was like something like this. It's not like the other. And I am a person of color. I'm a record from outside. From outside, from outside. From outside, from outside. I'm a
I I
get your
feel that
evidence
even
proper.
when why would you even get first of all, cops don't even go that hard to get evidence. Why just ain't plant it and move on? Like
Nah, you know what? That
if
whole
Amanda could plant evidence, and Inspector Cortez could plant evidence.
they tried planting evidence on them in season 1, and you saw how that happened.
I'm just saying, if the girl that you're trying to get arrested, boyfriend, picks you up from Timbuktu, fights bounty hunters on his way to hell, and then drops you off in a ledge in hell, I'm not coming back. I'm
You're right.
out. I'm
You're
putting in a
right.
transfer. Something's weird in Denmark, and I don't want to be here.
You are not wrong at all. Because honestly, once you picked me up at Timbuktu, I'd have been like, you know what, bro? Just drop me home. I don't even know nothing.
Can you just orb my stuff to another location?
You know what?
Though I have to admit, when the source flung him into the wall, I was like,
I
damn, do
cheered.
all cops? I didn't cheer. I was just like, damn, do all cops go out against the wall?
I cheered because finally, a man of action. He didn't even say.
Not a man of action.
He went away with you, peasant. Bye, bitches. I'm out. Like that's what
Not a
happened.
man
That's
of
what happened.
action.
That's what happened. And I was like, finally, something of this nature on this show because I'm tired of like the oh he just narrowly got away. Oh no. Children who don't listen must feel. And you felt.
You know how I knew something was going to happen to him? When our homie had him roughed up in the police station and they did to him what they did to Will and Chris Rock. Like nobody went to Chris Rock. Everybody went to Will. That's how you knew. That's how you knew that you were going to be on the wrong side of history.
What's wild is Jose was watching Dabble in the back in the other room, and so half and half was on, and Inspector Cortez was in there kissing on little Dee Dee, and I was like, oh my God, not you, not Dee Dee. He's
No.
like, no, I watched that too because everybody was like, not here, Daryl, not here. You on the clock, bruh. Think about your job. He not working, Daryl.
That's how I know that they like when he was missing. They were just like, "This is too much paperwork, Darrow. Come on, you gotta do better. We don't knock out our own on the clock. We do that off the clock."
Daryl was just like, "I'm the last one to see him. It's me. I'm worried. They coming for me."
But before I do want to bring this up, right? We were talking about this earlier. You are the source.
Yes.
There is
diabolical.
No longer the power of the three, and you and your mans was unable to take these girls down. And you're mad at the Oracle? Make that make sense.
Because
just like a man. Just like a man.
Had you seen your vision, if you can gaze into the future.
What kind of 1-900 tarot service is that?
I was gonna sing That's So Raven, but Disney sues.
Disney sues.
But yeah, if you can gaze into the future, then maybe your ass should have seen that Shax was gonna die, and we need to go this route. You had me put all my money on Shax, or we could have just been doing this.
Again, you are the source. You are well aware that Shax ain't do the job the first time.
I mean, he did.
And that's the only reason.
I mean, he did. He did.
He didn't.
He did.
Well, after the first time, not when they sent the time back. The first time, he was in pieces. And as a source, you should know that the future can change with a drop of water in the wrong spot. Don't put your blame on my feet. You take that up with you and Shaq's. You look internally on why you can't handle two girls. Man, I was upset. I was upset. I know the Oracle's evil, but I was upset on her behalf. Like, I did what I was supposed to do. You should have come back to me right before Shaq's went out. And I would have told you.
You're not wrong. But like any man, it's gonna be somebody else's fault before it is ours.
Somebody else's fault. What'd you think of the possession of Shane?
So when we were live today, somebody was like, "Oh my god, that's Rosalie and Niall's little brother," and I was like, "That is Rosalie and Niall's little brother." So I was like, "Oh wow, Rosalie and her Isles is not gonna be happy about this." But
I didn't like Rosalie and Niall.
I didn't watch Rosalie and Niall, but I remember him being like the brother.
I tried to watch it because that's our girl from Law and Order.
And our girl from NCIS.
Huh. Why does Jordan Bridges look like somebody else? Like, what else? I mean, I know you said it last week, but I believe that there's something else that he played on that's just not coming.
Yeah.
Huh. It'll come to me. It's not important now.
I appreciate.
You feel an evil.
I appreciate Shane because, like, who else he gonna use? The black guy?
I think that would have worked. Not for she wasn't listening to her boss.
Who's she gonna use? I mean,
she was listening. You're right. I really liked the B plot with the abusive father and the kid. Mm-hmm. And then shocker, it was the mom all along.
We should have known it was her with that crimped ass hair. Her hair was too crimped, too perfectly crimped. And anybody with hair that perfectly crimped got secrets.
Wow. That's how you feel?
Yeah. She definitely did have like that that early odds baby but straight in the front.
Yep. I didn't like though. I understand that Paige had to do something evil. Mm-hmm. But not only does she try to take him out in the middle of the street, we learned nothing. Have we learned nothing?
I mean, to be fair,
they also orb out in the middle of the street.
You're not wrong. I was gonna say, to be fair, was like the source wasn't really that pressed about magic being exposed. It was just like, I mean, it's bad for us in the long run if magic exposed, but not.
But demons don't care.
Yeah,
demons don't care. And that wasn't cheating. If it's supposed to be 48 hours, she has to decide. The fact that the source is now on the playing ground, that's not cheating in a way.
I would say this is what would be. I would say this is what I would say we would make. God, it didn't work anyway. This is why I need the sword.
Oh my.
If Good and Evil agreed to this many, many moons ago, why y'all playing catch up? Why is Good forever playing catch up?
Because it's good. That's why Good's not fun.
Once Shaq's failed, they should have immediately been like, Leo, you remember that thing that very rarely ever happens? Well, it's about to happen, so protect your charge.
Really? It's been how many episodes? How many seasons? How many years?
This would be in tweaks we would make to the episode. Because that doesn't make any sense. If both sides agree to it, because he didn't even need to orb to get that information. Him and I understand why Leo and Piper need to be together for the show, and why Phoebe and Cole need to be together for the show, because of like the duality of good and evil, and you see how you get it from the heaven's point of view and the devil's point of view, whatever. But if you're going to play into that more and be smarter about it, like, this shouldn't be a surprise that, Because if in that scene where Piper and Phoebe are on the bench talking, and the guys are like explaining things, and Phoebe's like, "Tell it to me like I'm five." And I'm like, "Oh well, once upon a time ago, good and evil made a deal that they would give like a new witch or a new whatever magical being 48 hours to decide what they want to be." If y'all all know that, if that's all in the guidebook, why don't we, act on this information sooner? Hello. Come on.
Because the elders don't do nothing. They be like, all right, girl, you figure it
Again,
out and let us know how that worked for you.
again, this is it's so fucked up that I'm watching Angel while watching this show because there's files and records. Who is Flo from Progressive? She's files and records, or the Angel version of Jan from The Good Place. Either way, files and records has like they know everything about everything that has ever happened. You can just go for that person for that information. Why is this not like a thing on Charm? Like why like once once like we figured out like oh Patty and Sam had a baby, files and records should have been updated and like okay this is what would happen in this scenario. Let's hello guys, it's all about prophecies until it's actually time to do the work.
It's all about prophecy until it's time to do the work. All right, all right. On Sunday, we got Pastor Ray. Woo! They stabbed my boy Coil. They stabbed my boy Cole.
AKA the episode where everybody's tongue tied.
Ah, in the middle of the street. Not only did they stab him in the middle of the street in the daytime, but it took them that long to realize
It was like dusk.
he wasn't around. It was a little dark. That man bled out like a bum. I take that back. That man bled out like a homeless person. I was gonna say in San Francisco, and that makes 100%. Never mind. Never mind. Never mind. That makes 100%. Yeah,
Yeah. Also,
that makes sense now.
he got shanked at social services. Not even trying to be funny. I'm not even trying to be funny when I say this. But when we worked at the shelter, we would do perimeter checks before we shut everything down. You telling me there's no perimeter checks at social services?
I don't remember doing perimeter checks.
You know what I'm talking about. Like when you open the as like you open that side door, you check the gate, make sure that nobody's tied a dog to the gate.
Stan didn't want me to get hurt, so I didn't have to do any of that.
But you know what I'm talking about.
Nope. Stan kept me at the front desk where I belonged.
Well, because you use a house slang.
I was delicate.
Anyway,
I was
but
delicate.
like at the shelter, there were
So-
house checks that we would check Linda Boulevard, we would check Essex, and we would check Shepherd to make sure that like nobody left the dog anywhere or like nothing wasn't where it was supposed to be. Like, oh god, here's a box of kittens. All of a sudden, this is social services.
That makes sense.
Nobody's doing perimeter checks for babies for like nothing.
In California, where it's busy, no. They probably
Linda
weren't leaving
Boulevard in
on time,
Brooklyn?
and when they clocked out, it was for pets. Yes, for humans, no.
Wow. The state of the society we live in.
Am I wrong?
Did I lie? Did I lie? They got your wife a bitch, but she can't fucking read.
For a part 2 of episode 1 was really emotional,
Yeah.
and part 2 was not as emotional. It was funny though. I really enjoy the Cole Leo tag team.
Yeah, I did like
They remind me of the angel devil sitting on your shoulder. It's very cute.
the scene at the church where it's like, what the hell was that? Good question. And it's like, oh my god.
That was cute.
Yeah.
That was cute. And also, you followed
is the malicious compliance.
Child.
She's like, I'm only doing this so like she's good, and I like that her whole aspect of like how she's treating Paige. Like I got
Right.
time for this.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like she's just being very like I got time for this shit. Like hello, we try to help you, ho. Like y'all came in. I'm not blaming her. I get it. I understand. You literally just buried your sister. Y'all want me to fucking piece it up with this bitch? Absolutely not.
I
Absolutely.
mean, she
This
says
is
that though. She says that at P3 where she says, I wish I had like a moment to grieve. And then Phoebe says, we'll have the rest of our lives. No,
y'all
give me a
barely
fucking break.
y'all barely. This bitch is not even in the previously on Charm. Like fuck y'all. Like I don't got no time to grieve.
Graham's upstairs putting her to work.
I see where they're in the attic and
Yeah.
they're like, "Oh, we're never gonna find her if you don't help us." And it like works every time. And Piper's is like, maybe it wasn't Graham. So obviously she doesn't say that, but it alludes to the fact that maybe it was
Yeah. Yeah.
Queen Prue doing it. So my penis. That was not Prue. That was Patty.
That was Patty. So
That
what
was
do you think of the Patty Paige? Would we call it a reunion? I guess we can call it a reunion. Can't call it a comeback.
you ain't been here for years. If I was pussy, I would cry.
It didn't hit me emotionally at all. I wish there was some sort of
This is gonna sound so fucked up,
okay.
but I would be way more emotionally attached if this was like that couple from Teen Mom who gave up their baby and they thought they were like they got tricked into like an open adoption when it really wasn't an open adoption. Like that is gonna pull more out of me than whatever they try to do with Patty and Paige.
Yeah, it just you left me. You abandoned me. You tell me we couldn't do like I don't know. I know it's like triquetra, but we couldn't do like a cube of some short of some sort. You're telling me that the power of 4 half white lighter, power of 3.5 wouldn't be stronger. I don't know.
Um,
It's interesting how Patty did
so
not fight for her family, but Piper did.
I mean, Patty was cheating on her husband, so what family?
No, she said that she told the girls that it was after their father and her had divorced.
Okay, all right, fine. Wait, okay,
I
all
mean, I don't
right.
believe that, but whatever.
When your mom was a hoe, but you don't want to like admit it that your mom was a hoe, I get it. I get it. Yeah, sure, it was post divorce. Anyway, I guess it goes back to the scene where they gave her. We see that the baby blanket that she was wrapped in was
That
like
was sweet.
it was handed down from like from Prue to Piper, from Piper to Phoebe, and then from Phoebe to Paige. So, hey, is it our baby boy? No, how is mine? The nun gave it to me. Back up, cute. I felt more during like the nun scene than with Patty and Paige.
Yeah, yeah.
I said this in the
And
live.
I guess it'll come.
Oh, how reaffirming for her faith. Imagine being a nun. You just got your habit and everything, you're new to it, and these angels, quote unquote, appear to you in a pool of bright light and tell you, here, protect this baby. All that we ask is that you give her a P name and you wrap her in this blanket. The Lord chose me. I was right. I am the chosen one. How reaffirming for your faith. Like, I'm not a churchy, but, you know,
Which makes me believe that they planned all of this. It makes me believe that it was really sinister.
the Sinister Six. Um,
I think homie was stalking her and was like, this is our mark right here. I mean, other than that, that's any other thoughts on the episode?
I would say when the source is beating their ass in their own house, and
Whooped
Phoebe
the
needs the
ass.
glasses to be like, oh my god, that's the source. And whoo, Piper was like, I know who that is. Get out my face. I don't even need no glasses. Leave me alone.
The elders didn't prepare. Like good versus evil. You don't have no preparations for the source. Just these three human women. Get out of my face. Yo,
I would
we
say
ride with Piper at dawn.
I will say this. Piper definitely learned between Shax and the source because again I watched 322 today. So we see her push Dr. Griffiths out the way and pause. And that's why she gets hit. In this scene, she just straight goes for the explosion, like get out of my face. There's no hesitation. And it's like, oh, look at you. You're learning. To losing your sister to learn not to hesitate. You're not supposed to freeze. What?
Wow, that's how you feel.
I mean, she wasn't.
Also, how long do we have to deal with these bounty hunters?
For a while. For a while.
I'm kind of over it. I'm kind of over it. I get why it's still happening, but it's Balthazar, bro.
Well, maybe in next week's episode we get a reprieve from bounty hunters because,
Okay.
to the best of the source's knowledge, she's killed him. I don't think because if the elders are slacking on the job when it comes to Paige, they definitely not mentioning that Leo and Paige killed a demon in the 8 o'clock all hands. The fact
Which,
that Paige wasn't even mentioning the 8 o'clock all hands lets me know that they don't know how to do nothing about their job. But continue.
no, I don't understand how her being a half white lighter meant that she could kill him.
Yeah, I don't know what. She's like, won't my half offset his half? What are you talking about? Whose half?
Your half is a white lighter still. What are you talking about? You know what, guys? If you guys understood that, please make this a TikTok clip. And if you guys understand what that meant, because the half that would heal him would still be a white lighter. So how? Explain it, because I didn't get it. And I'm okay with admitting that I don't know everything. So thanks. Are you Googling it?
Sorry, no, I forgot to bring up this in the beginning of the episode, but we got another letter or email from Dee Dee. Uh,
Dee! Hey.
and it happened,
Ah, ah. Sorry.
and in Dee Dee's email, she states, I enjoyed your bonus episode and so glad, or they, because we haven't uh, confirmed gender and I don't want to, assume. But I enjoyed your bonus
Right, right.
episode. So glad Piper's racism was brought up because the way she called Paige a half breed was totally her saying the hard R. Dee Dee,
I mean,
thank you for emailing in and letting us know that we are not crazy when we say the things we say. you know, people
they
out here.
only tolerate Daryl because of his wife's cooking and the fact that he gets him out of stuff, because they treat that man like an afterthought.
And he says it too when he's coming up, Cortez. I risked my life. I risked my job for these girls. Like, all right, woo, woo,
And
woo.
my response, I audibly said, "But why? Why?" And not to say that
And he asked
relationships
you,
you should any daddy going.
I'll be real with you. I'm gonna be so real. The only person who paid Daryl any respect was Prue. And like once we wrapped up Prue's murder, bye, bye,
Right, because he's
bye,
basically, his
bye.
career has stalled. They think that he's the weirdo. These girls are always in trouble, which is another thing. How many times have these girls been in trouble? You consistently stalk P3, but you don't realize that these girls have been the heart of issues over the last 3 years before you approach them. Like, you're shocked. Like, I don't think I would be shocked that they're witches if I'm stalking you, because that's what she was doing. Let's be honest. If I'm stalking you for the last 3 years, mad stuff happened at P3. You are
Well,
shocked that they're witches? Get out of my face.
remember when they turned everybody into animals? But then they said like nobody remembered anything. That's what happened. There's so many things that, and my Jenny. Oh God, remember Jenny? God, whew.
Her white lighter side wouldn't remember that she got turned into an animal.
No, because she barely remembers that she can orb. She don't know she can really orb.
I mean, besides the fact that she's an alcoholic or a recovering alcoholic. Y'all will get my first thoughts on Paige this week. I still don't like her. I'm sorry, Gillen. I was driving this morning and I was thinking about it. You know, that, like, road to my house and it has all the nice trees and stuff like that. That's my thinking road. I don't like her face. I don't. The very Cinderella complexion against the harsh orange hair
She's
and
a
then the
brunette.
orange lipstick.
She's a brunette now.
It's harsh.
She don't
Because
even
also
know.
Phoebe is a brunette. It's harsh. It's
She's not
harsh.
even. She's
And
not
she
even
wears
a
the
ginger
orange
yet.
lipstick. You can't sit with us.
Wow. You judging her on season 5 here, and we in season 4.
Well, she already, like, the hair is harsh. It's not as harsh as when we get to that
The hair matches
ugly
the
hair.
dress. The hair
God,
matches the dress.
I mean, that's not saying much either. Shh. We've worked so hard. Like we did something to get Piper to where she's not dressing matronly. Prue was always a bombshell, and then you just had baby girl Phoebe.
Appropriating cultures left and right.
Right, right. I mean, but we all did that. Well, you weren't allowed to, but we all did that in the aughts. And if it comes back, I might do it again. No, it's not. But
I'm not paying
and then she
$20 for
comes
no
in.
Chinese slippers. I know that much. I know that much. Y'all better put some fucking respect on them prices, because if y'all try to beat me over the
Look,
head, I will.
look. She already called out Forever 21, and if that's the case, I might just go back to you. So there's that. Where I can get my Chinese slippers for $1. Anyway, you can clearly tell that she was not raised with the sisters.
I mean, yeah,
She
a
did not get
Milky.
Patty's sense of fashion. She definitely has white lighter fashion.
I'm remembering the episode where we go back and see Paige as a teenager, and it's like, yeah, Paige has always been like the alt girl. And look at her house. Her house is very arts and crafts. She's very much. I'm going.
The
She
house
has.
was cute.
I'm
The
going
house
to
was very
go.
cute.
She has like one designer piece. Most of her items are from like Buffalo Exchange, and
Nothing wrong with that if it looks good.
but you know what I'm saying. Yeah,
It's giving very what's that movie? So kiss me, do do
Six Picks and the
do.
Richard.
That
She saw that.
Yes, that's what it's giving right now.
Wow, she's giving Rachel Lee Cook. Where are the glasses? I don't know. I think
And I will talk more. I will talk more on this, but her personality contrasted against Prue's, she's almost anti-Prue, if that makes sense.
No, it does. I think what happens is, and I know Paige isn't really herself. She doesn't have a personality until
No.
midway through the season because she is new on this magical journey. So we have to. We're back in.
Oh, damn it.
Yeah. Right? We're back in season 1 all over again, learning magic and learning that. Where for us,
and that bothers me.
No, I get it because
we've been there, done that.
Okay.
But we'll talk more on it. I will put my feelings in a TikTok. Say I love her. Say I love her. Then put it in a TikTok.
Fear the Walking Dead and The Walking Dead, and obviously this means nothing to you, but to the people who watch, like. Part of the frustration with Fear the Walking Dead was it was a prequel that eventually caught up to where their show was, and it's had their own little story and diverged. But we already know what to do with zombies. We've had 6 seasons of The Walking Dead. We know, like, if they move in, like, they throw the video, they dead, go for the head. So it is going to be frustrating now that we already watched, like, Piper and Prue and Phoebe for the first half of season 1 get their sea legs when it comes to magic. I know, like, girl, we really gotta watch you learn that you don't take the book out the house. We really gotta watch you learn about personal gain. We really gotta do it. So it is gonna, like, I can acknowledge that part of it. But if you start at season 4, if like season 4 is where you jumped on, then you need a refresher course, or like you need to take some tutoring,
or just watch reruns. But I mean, that's all I have.
I really don't think that they were doing too many reruns because of like the whole summer thing. I mean, not summer thing, about the whole Shannon Doherty thing of it all.
Yeah,
I think like I think episodes up until like 4-1, that is all about Prue. 4-2 starts a new series, starts a new like generation of charm. So if you just jumped in on the series, realistically, you don't need 4-1. You just need 4-2, which is devastating because that just minimizes Shannon Doherty's impact on the show.
Right.
But you know, if we gotta be Hollywood about it, that's what we're deciding. With that said, you already got my tweak. I'm trying to think of anything that we're missing. That man is lucky that Paige don't know how to do her powers yet. Because the fact that it took his heart so long to leave his chest. Man, you lucky.
Yeah. I mean, it was just in the middle of it. It was so stupid. I didn't like it.
I did like Phoebe and her glass half full ass. Like, on the plus side, she's getting a hang of her powers.
Yeah.
I know we touched on it a little bit. While I didn't connect with the scene of her crying over the cat pee jacket. Y'all crying over a cat pee jacket is just like, I'm disgusted. I could not. Like, why do you still have this jacket, Prue? What kind of jacket was it that you were like, cat pee be damned, I'm wearing it? But
she probably got some enzyme cleaner and kept it moving. She was the only one pulling bills in this house. Shit.
But while I didn't emotionally connect with the scene, I'm appreciative of the scene being there because we did need a Phoebe
breakdown.
Crying. Yeah, we were long overdue because the way she embraced Paige immediately in for one.
I mean, that's what the girl does. Ooh, look, another witch.
I know, like gathering them like Infinity Stones, but it's you barely acknowledged her at the funeral. You were ready to just go save Paige, and then like you figure out Paige is your sister, and you're just so
Yep.
happy, and it just felt like you were forgetting Prue immediately. And granted, I don't understand why it had to be why Brad decided that cat pee was what we needed to bond over. Not vomit at least, because like cat pee is so fucking pungent that
Yeah. Which I guess is why, because it's so pungent, and it probably took her forever to get the smell out and all that
and
stuff.
Piper took the L for that. Ugh, whatever. I'm appreciative that the scene is there because it definitely was needed in some sense. We needed to see some sort of like empathy or some sort of like emotion from Phoebe. And granted, I've seen her cry harder over men than her own sister.
But that's neither here nor there.
Right. I think that's it for me. I'm trying to think. Um, oh, the whole P3. Oh, I would say when Paige is just like, thank you for saving me from being evil. I feel like I should bake you a cake. And Piper's like, oh, so you cook? Ah, bitch, it was a figure of speech. God, put me on the spot. Fuck. Um, but yeah, outside of that, I think I am rating this. um, 6.2 blue halter tops because I really liked that blue halter top on Phoebe. I don't know why she
I
changed.
will. It was cute. I mean, she always got cute outfits.
Mm-hmm.
I will give this 7 coat hangers on
Wire
the wall.
hangers.
No, the coat
I
hanger from
know.
where,
Inspector Cortez.
yeah, met his
Yes,
demise and he was brought back.
I guess evil wins again. Not if I can help it. You weren't even
Oh
that
my
fast for
god.
your sister-in-law, dog.
And on that note,
Like, sorry, like let's be honest, he wasn't.
nope.
Anyway, some witches be hoes. Mondays we are watching 4-2 and 4-3. Tuesdays would be couples therapy, and maybe on Wednesdays I'll play some Grand Theft Auto. Who knows? Or maybe Walking Dead. I don't know. I haven't had a new game in a while, and we'll see.
You need a
Um,
computer so you can play Baldur's Gate.
you
Or time to
know,
buy you a Steam Deck.
look, man. Any
Just pop
money?
it. Pop to pop that thing.
I'll make it
I'm gonna show you
okay.
how to get a Steam Deck.
Oh, she came out with a new swimsuit line, and I kind of want one, but they are like $300, and they're made to order. So,
But you won't get a Steam Deck. Make that make sense.
because I'll give
Like
her
your
you.
titties sit in a swimsuit anyway.
Oh man, with that, once again, some would just be hoes. Get a tan.
And some hoes be witches.
Fuck on that man.
Bye.
Bye.